learning Koshi Guruma first is a great lead-in to Harai Goshi. We do that a lot, teaching the newer guys and gals how to do this throw. We're going to work on, we're going to do a two-step thing here. We're eventually going to do Harai Goshi. We're going to start with Koshi Guruma, hip wheel. And I think for new people learning Harai Goshi, this is an ideal way for new people to learn Harai Goshi, so that's why we're doing it here tonight. So we're going to do Koshi Guruma, hip wheel. It's a different, you'll see the differences in a moment. Basically what Derek's going to do, he's going to break Eric's posture, he's going to break his muscle. Really emphasize, because later on you'll see how much importance this plays, okay? Really see how he's pulling here and he's rolling it up and he's like he's looking at a wristwatch, okay? See the elbows cocked up nice and high there? So he's really pulling, all right? I like to say pull him out of his feet if you can, okay? It's kind of a goofy phrase, but it makes you, maybe helps you remember. And he's got him popped up there. All right, now what he's going to do, he's going to turn into the throw. As he does, he's going to grab here and he grabs, you can grab pretty much anywhere, but if you grab here at the jacket, he's just controlling the shoulder. See how he's holding right on his hip, okay? And turn around here, guys. You see that? And what he's going to do as he pulls over, he's going to look away and he's going to pull. Watch how he throws it. He's going to throw him right in front of him, right there. It's fast, very fast. When I say tight, tight in a good way, compact turn. And it's called Koshi Guruma. You're wheeling him over your hip. It's a big wheeling motion. You see how he's wheeling him over the hip. When he comes in a moment, he doesn't come quite as much with his hip, and he sweeps more with his leg. And that's the Harai Goshi action. You'll see that in a moment. But let's get good first at the Harai, or the Koshi Guruma hip wheel. One more time, we'll practice. Okay, break the balance, pop up. Now as you get good at it, you'll get good at moving and everything. We're learning it stationary here for the basics of it. We'll get good at moving into it, different directions. But right now, let's do this where it's stationary, okay? Okay, let's take another look here at the finish of your Koshi Guruma, because it's important. We will eventually work this into Harai Goshi, but how you balance yourself at the end of the throw is important. You just don't want to land on them out of control. When you throw them, you want to throw with control. And just figure like you're hitting a baseball, and when you hit a baseball, you still stop here, do you? You follow through, right? Because you got to get the follow through because you want it to go hard and far and fast. Well, when you throw somebody, you want to throw them hard, you want to throw them with control, okay? And this is what we call the kime, or the focus, or the finish of the throw. Some people call it zanshin, but I've always called it kime, and it means to finish him, okay? So when Derek throws here, he's going to throw, and when he throws, he's going to stay, he's not going to pull up necessarily, he's going to throw him, and he's just going to stay in control at the very end. That's really important because he may want to go into an arm lock or some kind of a hold down, something else, but he wants to have control at the very end of the throwing technique. So go ahead and demo.
So the thing to remember is your lapel hand, you're going to drive through with it, okay? So as I step in, boom, knock up, catch, everything else is the same, but now this hand's going to come down, point where I want him to land, okay?
See, by doing that, it helps him rotate through, and he puts it right in front of him. I don't want to necessarily throw him way out here without control. I want to put him right there at the bottom of my feet, where it's very convenient for me to do something to follow up.
And I'm not dropping him on his head, everybody. Just because he's going straight down does not mean he's not guided and he's not under control. It's the exact opposite. I'm using my arm to make sure he goes right where I want him to.
So you finish right there. So, and some people will pull up, and that's not necessary because I think you might actually pull him up and maybe he can land on his elbow, hurt his shoulder. So go ahead and follow through, but keep good control at the end. You don't need to kill him every time. That's why he's learning does a good break from him, good kimmy. Anything to add to that? Or?
It's the same thing. It's a standing spin and pin or spin and stretch drill, okay? That's why we have that drill, so that you can do it over and over again and practice the follow through to the arm lock without killing your partner by throwing them over and over again. This is the standing version of it. You should be able to go right into that arm lock or right into the pin, okay? But you only get that by learning how to have the control to throw and stay standing.
One more time. So just watch your controls to the finish.
Okay.
Right there. But he go right, look at that. See, that's his choice. He chose to go down there after controlling it. He could have done something else. There you see immediate follow through. Okay, so we call kime, or focusing or finishing. Okay, we'll do that, and we're going to move right into Harai Goshi after this. Let me point out a few things before we go into Harai Goshi here, still Koshi Guruma. And again, learning Koshi Guruma first is a great lead-in to Harai Goshi. We do that a lot, teaching the newer guys and gals how to do this throw. But let's talk about the turning of the body. Now, don't make a big deal out of how you stand and also your feet. I mean, how you stand, yes, but when you're coming in and breaking his balance, I would really want to emphasize this. And don't step to him, because he could foot sweep me and you know. So when you do this, just kind of get your foot out of the way. When you notice Derek doing this, we didn't say a lot about it because I wanted you to naturally turn and roll. And everybody was doing that quite well, okay? So when you're breaking his balance, popping them up, even if you are standing and walking them into it or directional, pop them up, and you're just basically getting your foot here, and it's getting out of the way. So even my hip, when I'm coming in, then I turn and rolling. And when you see Derek come in and do this, come on here. And when he does this, he doesn't make a big deal about how he steps in. You want to make it a big deal, but don't overdo it, is what I'm saying. Okay, let me get out of the way here. So when he emphasizes this lifting, pulling action, the surikomi action, he pops him up, and notice how he stepped across the body. And that just opened everything up there, and now all he has to do is roll in, and he's in position to throw. Did everybody see that? And when he does that, he just rolls him over his hip, wheels him over his hip. That's what we call it Koshi Guruma, you're wheeling him over the hip. Don't make him a too big of a deal. Some people try to jack a guy up and use that. You don't necessarily have to jack him up, just rotate him over your body, and by pulling and lifting up, okay? So there you have that. If you do it that way, you're going to lead right into a really, really good way of doing Harai Goshi here. So let's look at this. Do it again. And again, as you get good at these, you know, eventually you want to walk them into the Koshi Guruma with moving, but right now we're doing basics. We're doing stationary, okay? So he breaks his balance, he does everything else. He comes in, but Derek is going to make sure of this. He doesn't want to throw his hip in too far in front of Eric. So when he comes in and does his turn, it's kind of like right shy, just slightly in front of him. Because what he's going to be doing now, he's going to be pointing his toe, he's going to be sweeping across the leg. And you don't have to make a big, big sweeping movement. You can come in and just make a short, choppy sweeping movement. But always remember, point your toe and just follow through with it. So you don't have to throw him all. If you throw him too much over your hip, you come in too hard with your hip. If he comes in too far with his hip, his leg kind of useless now. What we want to do is the action of the sweeping leg action. So why it's Harai Goshi? It's a sweeping. Harai means to sweep with the leg. Goshi means over the hip. Okay, that's the axis. So right around here is the axis, and there's the sweep. Okay, so and it's the action. You notice when he swept, he pointed his toe and his head down, his foot up. Okay, it doesn't have to be a big reaping motion. You don't have to make a big deal out of this. When you're coming in, you don't have to do this. Maybe that looks, some guys might like to do that. What I want to do really is just get it here, and I'm going to sweep just in front there. It's a fast Harai, it's a fast sweep. And the faster the sweep, the more momentum you'll have. There you go, okay? What you're doing is adding more power to the hip throw by sweeping the legs. This is a good way to learn it from, Koshi Guruma right into Harai Goshi, okay? Everybody got that? Can you see it one more time? Eric loves to take falls. He does.